Yo, welcome back. Another vlog about ready to happen. But first, before we start, one thing I want to do today is, dude, new shades. Check out these. These are so sick. Oh, these Scicons are fire. Love these. In the spirit of new Scicon glasses, something I wanted to do today was I'm going to be giving away a Scicon hat. Yes, Scicon hat. So, in order to be eligible for the giveaway, what I need you as a viewer to do is to like the video, and then on top of that, share the video onto Instagram and then tag me in it. If you share it on Instagram and then you tag me into it, that will let me know who's actually doing it, and then I will pick a winner for the Scicon hat and get your information and mail that to you. So, dude, these are dope. I'm so excited for these. Anyways, today's Friday, recovery ride time. Let's go do that. Two recovery spin, tailwind home. So exciting. It's the little things in life. On top of that, it's 52 degrees today. Praise the good Lord. It is quite enjoyable, may I say. Instead of that, it's been a really nice, relaxing rest week. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to say. My resting heart rate's been really good this week. My HRV has been climbing. I think I got 8 hours of sleep last night. Maybe 8.5, no, 8, yeah, 8, just over 8. It's, yeah, it's been a restful week. So, tomorrow's the big 20-minute test. There's so much hype around those. They're just a good marker of where your fitness is. I mean, it's not the marker, obviously, but it's one of the markers. And it'd be really nice to put out a good 20-minute test, regardless of how it goes. If I have like a really strong 15 minutes in there and all of a sudden I fade or something because of like some weird issue, like my stomach, then, you know, it is what it is. But the test is gonna be, yeah, it's just gonna be a good marker for where I'm at right now. So far, looking at everything I've been doing, I'm ahead of last year, which that's the hope. The hope is you put in a big year, and then when you come back from your break, you come back a little bit stronger than where your baseline was the year before, and you can already be on the right foot. So even though my CTL isn't quite as high as it was last year, at this point, like, it's not far off though. It's maybe 5 points lower than what it was. My power is probably 10 watts higher. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, we'll know more. I will know more with tomorrow's 20-minute test. And one thing I really need to make sure I do today is wash this bike. It's so filthy. With it being, ooh, this trail's a little muddy. Anyways, ooh, with it being so cold outside, it's hard to like bust out the hose and wash your bike. It is not easy. I am so lost. Can I go this way? Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. I think I need to turn around. Yeah, my bike is filthy. I'm usually pretty good about washing my bike and keeping it super clean and super dialed. I mean, it's dialed, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's gross. And My chain definitely needs to be waxed. Need to wax that thing. I mean, it's still relatively silent, but I know it needs more wax. Yeah. It's so hard when it's cold out to do that. This recovery ride has been quite pleasant. Truly, truly enjoying it. Hey, look, it's Santa Claus. New Freedom's such a cool town. I really like where we moved and where we live. Pretty awesome here. Anyways, get back to the house. Get that bike cleaned. Testing day is here. I'm so nervous. Yeah, even so, I mean, it's funny. Okay, so yeah, I race professionally on a UCI Continental team. Did I still get nerves? Like, that is something that constantly happens. When I roll up to races, I still get nerves. You know what's funny is I almost get more nervous at local crits than I do at UCI road races. I don't know what it is. Maybe part of it is a local crit, everyone's gonna mark you because you have the jersey and you got the UCI logo on. Everyone is looking to you to do something cool or to make the move or to make something happen. And I think that's part of maybe why I get so nervous. I think the other thing too is it's a local crit. I have a shot at actually winning. Like, you know, I should be on the podium or I should win the race. And I think that brings a lot of nerves on. I think also I usually have family watching. Like, my mom might come out, my wife is usually there, those things. And I think that also kind of makes me nervous. But when it comes to like UCI races, I don't really get nervous. It's more of, I don't know how to explain it. The only race I get nervous for UCI wise is usually the first one of the year, because it's the first one of the year. You know, you don't know, you've been training all off season, you assume your fitness is where it should be. Now it's time to actually like test it and see where you are in the field. The second time I get nervous at UCI races, and the only one I get nervous at the most, is the Maryland Cycling Classic. I think that's because that is on home roads. That is my training grounds. I have a lot of people from the cycling community come out and support me at that. And it's a big race that I want to do well in, you know? And I think that's why I get like this. I almost had anxiety going into it. I was so nervous. I was so excited. And yeah, it was a lot. But testing too, I get nervous when it comes to power testing. It's not necessarily the fact that, you know, I'm not too worried about what the number's gonna be. It's more of the fact that I'm nervous about what's gonna happen with my stomach and different things of that nature. That's what makes me nervous. Yo, Gettysburg is so cool. I've actually done a couple rides with the group ride I ride with out to Gettysburg and back. I've done a few group rides, actually no group rides. I've done a few solo rides myself from my house to Gettysburg and back. It's usually about an 80 to 100 mile a day, depending on how long I actually want to make it. And then on top of that, yeah, just like the history here. So growing up in California, you know, we learned about this stuff in textbooks. We learned about basically the Battle of Gettysburg and the Civil War and things like that. And in California, none of that stuff happened. So we just got to read about it and look at pictures and see documentary videos on it and stuff. And then I remember coming here in like 7th grade and checking it out, and it was, or 8th grade, and I was like, dang, this is super cool. And now, like, living an hour away from there, I'm like, this is amazing, like legit history in my backyard. You know, it's different than like Yosemite or Kings Canyon National Park, things like that. Like, it's different than those kinds of things. But yeah, my testing, I come out this way for testing. I come out more towards, I think it's called Caledonia State Park or Munchoff Forest or whatever it's called. It's out here towards Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. I come out here for testing because there's a road out here that is perfect for that. It's just kind of one of those, just, I think it's like a 2% average grade, 2 to 3% average grade. And it's flowy, and it goes mostly, you know, obviously mostly uphill, but there's no big downhills in it. And it's really good, just allows me to get a good 20-minute test in. It's hard around here to find places to do testing. Like in California, I could find a 20-minute flat stretch of road uninterrupted and do it there, or I could find a 20-minute climb and do it on a 20-minute climb. Here, it's like, where I live, there's a road that's kind of rolling. It's got a little bit of both of downhill and uphill in it, so it makes it tough. And then you turn left and go up this hill that would technically work, but I'm getting to the point where my power is high enough to where I'm finishing that section of road with that next section of road like in 15 minutes versus 20 minutes. So it's just the struggle. So I come out here to Chambersburg area, Caledonia State Park, and like I said, the road out here is perfect for this. And it takes me, where I park, it actually takes me 25 minutes to ride to it. So it gives me a good warm up, and then I do the test, and then I can just kind of ride out there a little bit longer and then double back, and it's perfect. So that's where we're headed. Couldn't ask for better weather on today's test. Glorious out. I think it's like 53 degrees. Should be a good one. So far during warm up, feeling kind of good. The last test I did during warm up, I felt awful. This time's a little different. Hey, Time will tell though, time will tell. Oh, holy smokes. Yes! 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 So dang excited. Dude, I had, oh my gosh, that 370 watts for like 20 minutes and 10 seconds. Oh, dude, that hurt so bad the ending, because I got to this intersection, I was at 370, like I just dropped from 371 to 370 because it kind of goes flat downhill here into the intersection. And I'd slow down the intersection, make sure it was clear, turn, and after I turned, my power had dropped to 366, and I just hit, with like a minute to go, and I just hit 500 watts for a bit, and then settled at like 450 and just kept about threw myself into the ground. But I brought it back up to 370. Actually, I hit 20 minutes and it was at 369. So I went in like another 10 seconds until I got to 370. So if you're like, your 20-minute power was 369. Well, my 20-minute power, my 20-minute and 10-second power was 370. So, ha. Oh, dude, that was, yeah. I paced that so good. I was about 350 for the first like 2-3 minutes. And then 5 minutes in, I was about 355. And then I was like, all right, let's just ride at 370. Rode there, next thing I know, I'm at like 362, 363. 10 minutes, I think I might have been at 370 about 10 minutes in, and then I just stayed. Stomach-wise, very slight issues. It was nothing where it was like shutting me down. It was more my legs were, I was on the limit the whole time. But yes, 370. Yeah. I'm gonna say it's because of the glasses. These glasses give you an extra 20 watts. So for example, when I came off of the 2-week break, I was rolling 348 for 20 minutes. That was maybe Halloween. Oh, that felt good. Right around Halloween, maybe, yeah, Halloween. Maybe the beginning of November. And then Thanksgiving, I had a test and I failed miserably. But today, 370. So we're talking 348 to 350, that's 10 to 368, that's 20, so 22 watt increase from my off season, start of my off season to now. And all I've been doing is zone 2 and tempo. Like, that's it. No threshold, no sweet spot, none of that jazz, just zone 2. And then I've been doing tempo work, and 20-watt gain. 20-watt gain. All right, let's get riding before I like lock up. To be lost. I'm so lost. 52K back to the car. That'll take me probably an hour and a half. Anyways, I've tried cutting gluten out of my diet this week. I've been gluten-free now for a week. I'm just gonna say, might be an improvement. Stomach issues are cutting down. So we were testing for celiac disease. Doesn't look like I have that. So we gotta do more tests. We gotta for sure do the endoscopy now to see if we can find anything. Just saying, no gluten, and things kind of are starting to click. Kind of weird. Fun fact, right behind me, I just passed it, the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, it said south that way to Georgia, north that way to Maine. Super cool. I remember growing up and hearing about it, but like to be here riding and be like, oh, that's the Appalachian Trail. So cool, so cool. All right, to give you some context, I think my best 20-minute power of the year was what was it? It was like 362, 361. All right, camera died out in the field. Is what it is, happens. Anyways, as I was saying, my best 20-minute power, so 370 is my best 20-minute power of 2023. That's huge. When back in September, August, I probably had a 20-minute power of around that, maybe a little bit higher. We didn't test though. We were too busy actually doing VO2 max and getting ready for Maryland. Like, just really wasn't any time to like test for it. But things were going really well. But anyways, 370, best of the year. My best 20-minute of 2022 was 362 watts. So, and that came in December. So December 6th of last year, I was doing 362 for 20. Right now, I'm 10 days ahead of December 6th, and I'm doing 370. So again, as I was saying earlier in the video, numbers are trending ahead. Things are looking really good. So that has me excited and hopeful. I haven't talked to my coach yet to fully dial in the FTP. We will do that on Monday. So I'll talk about that in my next video, what my new threshold is going to be, kind of where the plan's going through Christmas and whatnot. But anyways, I mean, I'm excited. Today was a win. It was both a win in training and a win when it came to just mentally just getting through it and the adversity of dealing with all the stomach stuff and like pushing through and kind of getting my diet dialed to be able to do that. So all a win, all good things. Yeah, that's all I got. So guys, keep riding, training hard. I'll see you guys in the next one.